G'day everyone, Gooba here with another Torchlight Infinite Season SS7 video. Just woke up, so you'll have to excuse me. None of my cold and flu tablets have kicked in yet. But anyway, so the point of this video is now that I'm able to do what I wanted to do on this character, which is farm the profound bosses, which are these ones in here. So I was farming on Profound a little bit in maps yesterday. If you're unaware, there is a bug currently on the Time Mark 7 area. You go to the area boss, go to view all, and it says that you can drop the matchless legendaries. These do not drop in Time Mark 7 or below. The area has to be level 86 or above. So if you're doing these bossing, don't do it on Time Mark 7 unless you are happy with getting the end, some Time Mark 8 beacons, and some skills. Very rarely. So just be aware of that. So I was doing Profound Time Mark 8 because you have a 60% increased chance for the Plane Watcher to drop the exclusive legendary gear. Now, I did 80 of these yesterday. I had 2 drops. Marcus has done 2 batches of 250. Each batch that he did, he got 5 drops. So it seems like the ratio to the drop is roughly 1 in every 50. Some people have commented on my video saying that they did 200 plus and didn't get a drop. I guess that's RNG. I'll be doing more of these to test it and see if the ratio remains at 1 to 50. But now that I can do it quicker, that's really good. I'll do a quick example actually. I was going to buy everything without you seeing, but the easiest way is to just search for 8 because we want Star Shard Time Mark 8. They have gone up in price. I guess everyone is trying out the strat. It's only a little bit more expensive, so we'll grab 20 of those. That gets us a couple of goes. I highly doubt I will be getting a drop in just this. Whilst I was checking the skills, we might as well go through it, and then I'll do the boss. So the bossing setup is very similar to the mapping setup with 3 exceptions. So in the bossing setup, you have Ice Lance with bounce and rebound. So the lances just keep going through the enemy. And that is the bossing setup. If you want to clear maps, you change this to Shadow Shot. And then you change these two to Grudge and to multiple projectiles. If you have Grudge on a candle, you switch out Grudge for additional erosion damage. So it's a little bit annoying, but luckily, if you're just doing maps, then you don't really need the boss damage because the map bosses die pretty quick anyway. This is only for Uber bosses and Profound bosses and stuff like that. I guess until the Shadow Shot damage ramps up and it's enough to not have to switch to Ice Lance. But for right now, Ice Lances is better. Next up, we have Frigid Transmission with quick mobility and cooldown reduction. The activation medium that can be placed on Frigid Transmission is Multi-Strike. The most important thing here is the additional cooldown recovery speed. This is the most important stat on the next 4 skills because it gives you, the cooldown recovery speed even if you're not using the ability. Next up, we have Fixate because I have Corruption and Entangling Pain on my gear. If you don't have either of those, you just put one of those here instead. We have Activation Medium Start, triggers the supported skill on starting to move. We're always dashing around to reload our ammo, so this is constantly triggering whenever it's available. And 29% increased cooldown recovery speed, so that reduces the cooldown significantly. Next up, we have Starstalker. Again, make sure you get the cooldown recovery speed one, not the duration. Cooldown reduction and Mass Effect. Black Hole, same. Mass Effect, Reaping Agony, and cooldown reduction. Onto the auras, we have Precise Deep Pain or Deep Pain, Restrain, Aura Amp, and Seal Conversion. We have Erosion Enhancement or Precise Erosion Enhancement if you've got that. Restrain and Aura Amp. Precise Projectiles, Restrain, Aura Amp, and Increased AoE. You put the third support on here so that you can reserve it because of Off the Beaten Track. Calculates for each support slot, multiplying it by 0.95. So keep that in mind. This is an offensive setup. If you want to switch this out for the Rock Magus, you can do that for minus additional hit damage. So the two Magus, you've got additional hit damage or minus dot damage taken. So the added benefit to the Erosion Magus is this support, which gives you an additional 9% erosion damage as well. You can level this up, obviously, and it will get even better, maybe. Or does it just add additional damage to the minion? If it adds more to the support, then great. Otherwise, I haven't actually looked at that. Onto the candles, I just have one with +1 jumps. It just happened to have erosion damage on it as well. And 20% chance to gain one stack of any blessing when triggering a skill. And just additional skill area, because why not? And we're not using a vertical skill, so that doesn't matter. And I'm not entirely sure if the attack cast speed benefits us, but it was on there, so I got it. So that is the skills. Yep. Let's have a look at a boss. So the boss that I was doing is Glacial Abyss. This one. I have an unfinished stage. That'll be my next video. So you dash forward. He went up straight away. That's a shame. Otherwise, he would have died just there. So I have upgraded my gear since my video last night because I made 2000 FE profit. So I spent it all on the character, and now I do a bunch more damage. So that is the strategy. It's a very simple strategy. And if you're doing it for each of the areas, Glacial Abyss can drop the Surging Inspiration helmet. Lava Sea can drop Ghost Slaughter gloves. They're also going for about 1500. Steel Forge can drop... oh, actually I haven't done this one. Can drop Warden's Breastpin. So I'll definitely have to do that for the extra point. Thunder Wastes, I don't think has anything good. I don't think any of that is actually worth much. So probably avoid that one. Or you'll just be deleting currency. And finally, Voidlands has... I don't think any of this is worth anything either, is it? I've had that drop, and I've had that drop. Feline Steps, I'm not sure. Nope. So the Voidlands does not drop anything good. I would avoid those two areas in Time Mark 8. Unless, of course, the cost of the Star Shard becomes absolutely worthless, and then the beginning of the end. So this is currently going for 4.3 FE, because in Traveler you can have Truth Drop, which is 3000 FE, and something else that's 8000 FE. No. Winter of Origin's 800. Truth. It's 3000, yeah. I thought there was something for 8000 as well. Maybe not. But anyway, let's quickly check actually. Nope, that's it. So every time that you kill Traveler, he drops an Echo of the Gods. They're about 8 FE. And they always drop a Beacon, which is about another 8 FE. So if the total cost of running it is less than 16, then that could be a way of getting those. And all these skills can drop at level 21 as well. They do say level 1, but they are level 21. I don't know why they didn't just put a 2 in there as well, but whatever. I didn't make the game. Let's go on to the talents. We have Goddess of Deception with Plague and Subtle Impact. Psychic with Affliction. Why am I using days? And Verbal Abuse. Wasn't even using the right skill. Excuse me. And Warlock. So I'm putting the last few points into here for the extra affliction effect with all skills and off the beaten track. Why was I using days? I mean, it is additional ailment damage, which is nice. But anyway, that is talents, skills, hero memories. These are stolen straight off my other character. I really need to buy new ones for my MC Yuga. Yes.
Can I have cheezels?
Can you have cheezels? In a minute, okay?
Okay.
So that is the hero memories. And finally, let's look at the gear. Now, a lot of this gear is still stolen off my other character. Mainly the weapons. If these were tier 1, they would be better. And if you had... so, dot damage, intelligence, and reap. And then on the other end, you have erosion damage, wilt, and affliction effect. This is off my other character though, so I'm reluctant to re-roll it too much. And same on the other one. The ring, you want one with entangling pain. These are actually rather cheap. This was about 600 for the base. I bought this one on the other character a few days ago, so the price may have changed. If we just look at that. 200, pretty cheap. 150, you just got to find one with a reasonable downside. I got lucky with this corrosion. This belt I bought as is for, it was about 400 flame elementium, so I was quite surprised that you could get something with everything that you need. I just changed the resistance from erosion to lightning. Boots, I paid yeah, about 100 for. Pretty good. You lose less blur rating when landing a crit. The gloves, I am tempted to switch for this one. I just bought a bunch for 25 FE and I corroded it to see if I could get one with extra wilt. Otherwise, it's about 600 for one with the additional wilt stacks penetration. Onto the chest, I bought this one for about 70.
Daddy.
What?
No,
In a minute, Ruby. I've just got to show the gear and then I'll get you some. On this one, the 2 corruptions that you want is higher additional damage here, up to 75%, and Vile with the additional ailment duration. The helmet is just stolen off my other character. And the amulet with corruption curse. I did get this one as is because it was 600 FE, which was super cheap compared to any others with corruption curse. So these are just, you know, bases with corruption curse. So 800 just for the base. It is a pretty bad downside but it was 600 FE for a 6 tier 1 corruption curse. The downside's pretty bad, but it's still very nice. It doesn't work, Ruby. The battery's flat. So that is all of the gear. That's all of the skills. That's all of the talents. Let's quickly show a profound map. So you just switch these out. It's a little bit annoying, but as I said, you only have to do it at the start of your session. You don't have to do it constantly. I was doing Lava Sea, so let's just do another one of these. I haven't been juicing yet. I will start juicing soon. I'll probably do some farming in 8.2 just because it's still pretty rippy in Profound. And if you run straight into an orb of damage, then you probably deserve to be killed. So that's that. What am I doing? Gear bubbles. Of course it only added one. Why wouldn't it? So it's not really the best mapper in the world, especially when it's getting controlled by me. If you have half a brain and you can dodge things, then you're probably going to do a lot better. But alas, I'm the one controlling the character. It's very squishy. Ah, I forgot that I did that. Someone in a comment was like, oh, yeah, good. So I'm dead either way. I got trolled by the comments saying that the loot for these is so much better in Profound. It's like amazing. Half my loot comes from the League mechanic. If half your loot is one matchless ember, then sure. Half your loot comes from the League mechanic. But no, the League mechanic with a level 4 legendary pet is utter garbage. I can't be salty enough about the League mechanic and how absolutely horrendous it is. It'd be so much better if the 3 cards appeared after the boss. So you didn't have to deal with, you know, the Hangman spawning in the middle of all the monsters, and then you have to stand still in the middle of the area, or die, or run away, or die. It's just shithouse. Anywho, that is the map. That's a boss. That's the skills. That's the hero traits. That's the talents. And the pay to win aspects. I got this guy. I didn't have him. I was just using one of these. I can't remember which one. Probably that one. And I didn't really notice any difference in damage when I went to the legendary. But, oh, I've got it now. So these are the 3 legendary Pactspirits. You can just use the non-legendary ones as well. Be almost as good. That's all I've got for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers for some more bossing.